Hello, and welcome back for part number 23 of This is Total War with Arkhan the Black. Some hero actions there of the end turn. And yeah, let's see. So we're making progress down in the south, with another couple of Skaven stacks to possibly take on. The elves are being kind of reluctant to send armies after Al-Haik, which is fine by me. We retook Pools of Despair from the Savage Orcs, and they really haven't got much going on at all currently. Just, I don't think they're recruiting troops based on this. They're just very weak, which is not something I'm complaining about. But on the west coast, I'm seeing more and more other factions like sending stacks over. So we took care of kind of a small but elite army from the Dreadfleet, and this time we're going to fight this pile of stuff, I guess I'll call it, from the other Vampire Coast faction, and then the Lizardmen have sent a stack, no doubt, to take Sorcerer's Island. So I think the way I'm going to try and handle this, I'll keep these two armies here on the west coast, and I will actually invest in defenses along the coast. Like, I tried to sort of save money, and I figured that as I expanded further east, I could afford just military buildings, you know, put Sorcerer's Island, Lashiek, Kofa, use them to just improve troop recruitment. But I think I'm going to have to just suck it up and build fortifications in all of these settlements. The main reason I want to do that is so I have the walls, so that I can actually have a chance of getting to one of the settlements to relieve the siege, rather than just being like too slow to react to armies coming in. But it does also make the garrisons a bit stronger, so very weak armies will be kind of dissuaded too, so there's that. Alright, so this Lich Priest, yeah, so the area effect magic is going to be pretty good against the army we're fighting. Cooldown reduction versus the Winds of Magic power reserve. So how are we looking for Winds of Magic here? Winds of Magic Calm, minus 50. Ouch. Okay, so we get a big boost. Oh, but that... yeah. It's really interesting how much the Winds of Magic can change from region to region. So as soon as we walk over here, we're actually going to drop from plus 50 to minus 50. Alright, so I certainly want, it's just a case of which order I take these points in, and looking at this, I don't think we're going to get too much magic this fight, so I'm not so concerned about the recharge time on this, so I'll prioritize just increasing power reserve instead. I don't think there's really a limit on the power reserve number, so, you know, you can just pile it on as many points as you want.
That is not warranted.
Let's see, do I want to do any movement of heroes before taking on this battle? I guess I may as well. I think it's just a good habit to move heroes first.
More slaves! I need more! Move!
And in general, like, make the moves that I'm certainly going to do at the beginning of the turn, and then, if I have a choice, like, give myself the most information possible before I have to make that choice, you know?
The land of the dead!
Okay, so looking at this,
Advance!
we don't have line of sight down in this region, and I suspect that at least one of the there's a full stack of elves that's unaccounted for, so
Will be done.
I can potentially catch them actually, but I wouldn't have thought they'd force march into this region given that my troops here are revealed. Admittedly, yeah, they might not have line of sight, I guess.
Submit to your king.
Okay, I think my plan here is to scout into this region.
This is my endeavor.
I actually kind of want to keep an eye on this eastern front here, because the Skaven, not only do they own the territories in the south, but they also own these territories here out in the east, so they could easily just be marching through the Sentinels' territory.
Where is this?
So let's send out the Tomb Prince, with the idea that if I don't find the Elf army, I can just have him return to the come back to the army for next turn.
Movement.
But if I do spot them,
Onwards, legions.
yeah, no sign of them here. That's interesting.
Find my harem.
Definitely don't want to be marching around in force march stance.
Do not challenge me.
Yeah, no sign of them, huh? I guess that they may be in ambush stance, or I guess there's some chance they moved off this way.
Certainly not.
So let's have a look at this.
Unwise.
We could kind of do a bit of detective work here.
Certainly not.
Okay, that's right, I can't double click on that faction because I can't do diplomacy with them. But what I want to see is their relationship with the orcs. So the orcs are happy with them. What about the other way around? You can sometimes deduce the presence of, you know, where enemy troops have moved by diplomatic issues like penalties for trespassing. Okay. So there's a penalty for trespassing that the elves have against the orcs, but that's not, yeah, that's not the elf army. Alright, so that's a bit of a question mark then.
Willing son.
Interesting. Could,
Awake the Necrosphinx.
yeah, so where do I want to send this hero? I guess it's a choice. I was going to move down here, but if there's an elf army in this region, it might be good to know about that. We can... yeah, we sort of have to head... I don't want to head north with my army. I can send another hero to scout, I guess. I do have plenty of movement range, even without my Necrotech, for instance. He does boost the army movement range by so much, though. Let's move this Lich Priest up and check this last patch of the... oh, here we go. Yeah, so I was right. They did move out, but they're not in force march. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So,
I think not.
looks to me like this army is heading south towards Pools of Despair, maybe?
This is my endeavor. Nehekara rises from the sands.
I want to be able to rejoin this army with my
King of Nehekara.
Tomb Prince next turn, but it looks like that should be fine.
On your knees.
I think I'll just...
Unwise.
yeah, it's not clear they can actually reach Pools of Despair. I think I want both my armies just standing here in ambush stance. I'm less concerned now about an attack on Al-Haik. Obviously they'll recruit troops into these armies eventually, but we just want to isolate and destroy their armies, as I have been doing. Like, that's the best strategy here. So...
My dynasty reigns supreme.
I think I'll just do this.
Strike on my command.
I could even deliberately not use ambush stance for my second army and try and bait them in. And actually try to launch, like try to actually get an ambush battle.
Advance.
But that's a good question.
Futile.
Sirs, attend.
I don't think they're going to have enough movement to
Certainly
get into
not.
my territory and then go into raiding stance. So I don't think there's any way I can engineer a fight where they start in raiding stance and therefore, you know, troops start tired. They're also not going to force march down here,
Not possible.
I don't think.
I reign.
Okay, I'll try having both armies in ambush stance.
Strike on my command.
We'll see how that goes.
Greatness awaits.
Okay.
Traversing.
Yeah, so hopefully this Tomb Prince
Death sworn.
doesn't get wounded or assassinated while he's out of the army, and I can rejoin him. I really want to get this guy up to level 20 so that he gets immortality and can't be permanently killed. But yeah, not quite there yet. I do have this big hole in the middle. I'm kind of concerned about that. I'll be able to... This Lich Priest can start covering it next turn, I suppose. I also lost one of my heroes out this way. Yeah, I lost the hero I had up by Waaagh.
That plan scheme is discordant.
Arkhan the Black.
I think moving my 2 armies up to the border, again staying in my territory, again going into ambush stance,
Your Highness.
with the giving me the option to make some move against the Skaven next turn is what I'll do here, and this hero I'll send over to Antok.
Yes. Such splendor.
Alright, so more Skaven revealed, unsurprisingly, but they don't have any troops here, so that's good to know.
Vermin are no threat.
Okay.
What?
Oh, the Skaven heroes here. That means I want to be extra cautious with going into ambush stance,
Gracia.
since I'm more likely to be discovered. So if I move to...
My master will.
Yeah, just trying to gauge where I need to move to.
Greatness comes. I deign to move. Ambush the foolish.
Yeah, public order's no problem here, there's no need to actually leave troops stationed.
Servant of Nagash. They are trapped.
Okay, got some building options here, but let's go back to that at the end turn. I think that's everything moved except for my West Coast troops.
Immortality and power.
Just double check that. Oh, my special Necrotect who's heading up to rebuild Virus. Yeah, so I could actually... It looks like I can actually reach Virus this turn. So I'm hesitating just because this is like a one-shot thing. This is a temporary hero who disappears once he's colonized ruins. So what are the chances that I colonize the ruins, I effectively spend this Necrotect, and then someone immediately attacks? So I think, yeah, it is possible, but at the same time, I don't have an army in the vicinity. These armies are going to have to head south to deal with Gorok after the pirates they're fighting, so I will go ahead and just reoccupy Virus.
War statuary to me.
Okay. Killed in the line of duty. I'm not sure that's quite what I'd call it, but okay. So yeah, so we get Virus straight back at tier 3, so we saved ourselves the time and the cost of doing these upgrades. And yeah, let's hold off again on the building, but I'm gonna start investing in defenses here, even though it's costly. I think it's the best decision. Right, so this province is secured again. We don't need more growth here. We don't need to reduce corruption either, so it's kind of an interesting choice as to which of these options we want to go for.
Lesser siblings would falter.
The tax rate's not doing much, it's only going to be an extra 32 gold. Construction cost 10% down for all buildings though is pretty good. There's obviously a lot more construction to happen here. I don't need recruit rank. I can always change it when I'm recruiting troops. I don't think I need this either. Okay, let's go for the tax rate. Okay, that's all that sorted out. Now it's just a case of fighting this battle.
Land of the dead.
So this is a full stack of skeleton spears, and this has my other troops in, so lots of archers. I'm not quite at full strength. I want to, yeah, I'll watch the health on this Tomb Scorpion because I haven't had an issue with, as strong as the Tomb Scorpions are, they can die if you're not careful, especially against armies at this stage in the game, so I'll try and
My will be
keep both of
done.
them alive.
Onward, soldiers!
Also get reinforcements from Lashiek even.
Send the chariots!
Okay, so the balance of power is in our favour, which is not surprising given we outnumber them so hard. These reinforcements are not going to do a great deal. However, they're only taking up slots over regular spearmen, and there's definitely diminishing returns on getting any more spearmen, so I probably will just have these troops come in as a little distraction since they're fully expendable. Okay, standard of discipline. Can I put that on my monsters? I guess I can. I'll stick it on this Tomb Scorpion because I can see him bearing the brunt of some of this fighting. Have the option for Lightning Strike. I think there's a bit of a bug that I'm getting this option even when fighting one enemy army, but I'm not using it because obviously I want my own reinforcements. So let's just take a look at this army. They've got the handgun units, which are pretty decent ranged units. They're not going to do... I mean, we have so much sort of skeleton, spearman, wall, meat shield. I'm not actually too concerned about their missile units this time around. The mortars, yeah, so I'll see if I can get my cavalry from the garrison. Oh, there's only 15 of them. Yeah. I'll see if I can get my cavalry from the garrison to at least occupy them. That's their only artillery unit. There's these short-ranged gunnery mob, Sartosh and militia, yeah. These are all light infantry, they don't have any armor. They're probably pretty good at fighting, but our archers should absolutely destroy them. And then they've got some bigger stuff too. Yeah, these units are... They're not... Yeah, they're kind of big damage sponges, to be honest. And then they've got the dogs and the bats, which are just whatever. So this is probably going to be a bit of a grind.
For the Creator!
I think the priority is just to avoid losing any strong units that are hard to replace. So, you know, scorpions, stalkers, archers, catapult, and absorb as much damage as I can with my skeletons. But I've got literally a full stack of reinforcing skeletons coming in. So even if a few of them get wiped out by their infantry, it's really not a big deal. Yes, my garrison reinforcements come from this angle, which is kind of convenient. Get a flank on. Okay, and we have a reasonable amount of magic. So I would say, where are their mortars? Back here. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've really deployed, accounting for my reinforcements, but we'll have to just see whether I can take any advantage of that. I'm going to deploy as far back as I can to try and increase the chance of the mortars getting a bit left behind as their troops advance. Let's see. Well, we should still try and use this terrain to our advantage in terms of getting archers decent positions. It's a bit hard to tell from this angle, actually. Is this just a big old hill? Right. Okay, the positioning on that side's not great. Yeah, that's okay, right? Yeah. You just don't want your archers to be like behind a little divot and effectively unable to shoot, but that's going to be fine. Okay, I think I'll keep my elite units kind of in reserve this time, just because I have so many skeletons coming in as reinforcements that should take the, you know, like absorb the enemy charge, take their missile fire, etc. So I'll keep my scorpions and stalkers back rather than doing anything more aggressive with them. And Lich Priest back in the archer line. Tomb King can lead from the front. There we go. Okay. Got get my second Tomb King coming up here. We'll see how they react to my reinforcing troops. It really doesn't matter if these guys get completely wiped out. They're just part of the garrison after all. Looks like they are reacting, swinging mortars around to fire at them. Alright, I'll start to just maneuver those cavalry off to the edge of the map, draw the enemy away. Okay, meanwhile I need to get my infantry into position here. Alright, so that's basically the minimum I need to fully hold that flank. I'm just going to give them a run around with my cavalry here. I definitely want them to come to me. I think I'll start bringing my other troops back. I imagine this isn't going to achieve anything and they'll just run around for a while, but that's fine. Like, I've had those battles against the Skaven where I'm trying to bring in, you know, a huge amount of reinforcements and I actually don't have time to get them into position before the rats are on top of me. So it's kind of nice that they're just still at arm's length over there. Alright, so where do I want my extra front line? I'm probably on the right flank, judging by the enemy movements. Okay, I'll have these horsemen just stop here. I did take a casualty, but... are they actually firing their mortars at us? Yeah, they're probably firing it. Yeah, they're firing at these units. Okay, no problem. What's the range on our catapults like? Oh, we're almost in range. Could move forward a little bit with my main troops. Yeah, we still have the terrain height advantage. These units are taking a lot of damage, but they're part of the garrison. Like I say every time, they're just completely expendable. It's not clear they're even worth more than the mortar ammunition that's being used on them, honestly. Okay, you come here. It's so much better that these troops get bombarded than that my even my skeletons in my armies. Like my archers are the ones I really don't want getting hit by the mortar. Yeah, I mean I can spread these troops out more. I really don't care though. All right, looks like they are. The other thing is when they get wiped out, I do get more reinforcements coming on because I have more than 40. It's kind of nice. Yeah, they're sort of milling about over here. We're going to have to advance a bit until our catapults get in range. They do have a lot of missile units themselves. I guess that's why they figure they can just hang back. Okay. Let's advance like this. Yeah, I don't want to start spamming magic just for getting heals down. I don't have that much magic, and I might want to actually use my damaging magic. Let's track of where their mortars are. This way, okay. Alright, my screaming skills are in range. I think that's going to prompt a response. Let's just make sure they're shooting at something worth shooting. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, shooting into big clumps of infantry, exactly what I want. And hopefully they'll advance now and leave their mortars exposed. Yes. So if this fails and they swing their troops around and, you know, catch out my cavalry like this unit may be doing, you know, no worries, right? Doesn't matter. Probably not worth shooting Screaming Skull ammo at the mortars though. Alright, otherwise everything's looking good. Okay, so they bring troops over to basically help protect the mortars, so my cavalry are just going to get wiped out there, but that's fine. Yeah. I did have a cavalry unit in my main army, but since I lost them, you know, I didn't have a full unit of cavalry to send after the mortars, unfortunately. It's fine though, like my archers, as I said, are going to absolutely shred their light infantry. The mortars are going to do damage, but it's alright. Okay. Oh, this unit's routes. Oh, that's right. The Free Company are not actually undead. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. So Scurvy Dogs got into combat with us. Not particularly concerned about that. And the deck drop is here. Okay. Let's drop the Skull Storm down on this unit. Yeah, their melee line is completely disintegrated as far as I can see. These animated hulks are just going to get destroyed. Yeah, we're completely broken their center. Those hulks are gone. Not quite. Oh yeah, the hulks are gone. The bats are there. Okay. Okay, you guys shoot at the deck droppers. I don't care about the Scurvy Dogs. Not sure where the characters are.
Tomb King, bow to me.
Alright. Got another unit wiped out, but I believe that was just as part of the garrison. Okay, yeah, there's one of their vampire generals. Might have to wipe them out, we'll see. This line's fine, right? Yeah. What's left over this way? Pirates. Oh yeah, okay. Probably doing more damage to our own soldiers without archer fire, honestly.
Bring my chariot. Strike. Incantation of traversal.
Yeah, Screaming Skull's done its job. Don't keep shooting.
It's on me. The dead do not rest.
I'm seeing a lot of leadership dropping on their troops here. We might get a second battle out of them, which would be nice for some extra free XP. That wouldn't normally happen, except that some of their troops are alive, right? Like they're not all undead. So I think I'll deliberately let them escape. They're going to retreat south. I'm heading south to face Lisbon anyway, right? So a second battle just is extra free experience, more or less. I don't think I lost anything particularly important in this fight. I mean, I did take a lot of damage. Some of that was on... Yeah, some of that's just from the garrison, but I probably did lose... I maybe had some skeleton units wiped out, not sure. Alright, you guys stop shooting. That's one Free Company militia person, okay. Trying to wait to see if I just get one more cast of this for the AoE heal. I think I should. Yeah. Alright, that'll do. So nothing in my main army wiped out. Yeah, archers were, as I predicted, archers were doing all the damage. Their melee, their dual sword, like melee infantry did absolutely nothing.
I alone.
Okay, how much got wiped out from the second army? None. Alright, perfect. Yeah, that was exactly what I wanted to happen. Effectively no damage. Losses on the garrison that's being replenished anyway. Great. Yeah, we don't need this replenishment. We're not actually going to get down to fight the Lisbon for a couple turns, so we'll just get, you know, the normal replenishment. So I'll grab money. I did wipe the army out in the end. Okay, no worries. Confident attacker, that's always good. Yeah, and that's then wiped out. Okay, great.
Victory in undeath.
So I don't need to do any recruitment. Yeah, it'll be 2 turns to get the army fully replenished, even if I stop in Lashiek, so I think
Legions march.
just force march as fast as possible.
My will be done. I
And
reign.
oh, this army.
Perhaps an agent of Cetra.
Right, this army does not have the boost to replenishment. So this king is kind of a stand-in.
The day of awakening comes.
Yeah, he's been involved in a bit of action, but he boosts. Yeah, so he has points to boost the skeletons, but he's not. I actually don't want. I actually would rather have a king with this skill. So let's see, what can I do in terms of king recruitment? Got all my jar collectors, of course. Ah, nice. I can recruit kings at rank 5. Oh, I should have been doing this each turn. Like, I could have just been getting an extra jar collector each turn. Well, no worries. So I'll... Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll bring in and swap out these two as the next 2 jar kings, and then I'll have the strategist with the campaign movement range actually be the general for the army, and he will come in and pick up these casualty replenishment rate points. I think that's going to work out really well. And it is 23 on the jars, right? Yeah, not that the number really matters, but...
King of Nehekara.
just for the sake of labeling.
My dynasty reigns supreme.
So, you are a Jar King. And so is this guy.
Tend your king, slaves. A worthy follower. Even Nagash trusted this one.
And I'll kick him out for this king.
Submit to your
And I'll have this king actually be at least a temporary boost for the replenishment rate. Not that it's doing too much, but
victory.
whatever.
Yes.
And you force march down towards Sorcerer's Islands too. I'm basically assuming that this is lost, but I want to be able to recapture it as soon as possible afterwards.
Fills with my foes.
Alright, this replenishment rate is better. I guess it just didn't update until he moved.
Find my heart.
Yeah, I'm not far off full strength from just a single turn. It's great. Okay, that Necrotect is waiting on rank 10. I think that's everybody. Not doing any recruitment, but those armies are full strength, so that's okay. Those armies are in ambush stance. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. You've moved, you've moved. Yeah, and I'm at full capacity for my heroes. Okay, so let's spend this gold. So, Lashiek.
I alone shall restore Nehekara.
Abandon the settlement. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Actually, how much do I care about these repairs? I think I want to just let them repair over time. The repair costs are kind of expensive, honestly. I would rather invest in... Yeah, I'd rather invest in Fyrus. So Fyrus doesn't have a resource building. Let's go for the... Get the wall started. Even though there isn't a port, there is a place, like, on this... I guess it's a kind of a beach where enemy troops can land from the north, so... Fyrus, I'm going to basically fortify the whole of this coast. Any settlement that's on the coast here is getting walls. Other than that, though... Okay, public order's bad here. Right, I do need a public order building. Yeah, so I should build that in Fyrus 2, I think. Yep. Okay. And I'll leave this... Well, I either leave the third one open or I build a barracks, which is probably what was there in the first place. Let's see. I wonder how I'm doing in terms of Archer. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to check, am I? Here we go. 30 of 28. Okay, yeah, so I do want to get a barracks down. It's not going to take me very long to get the population surplus needed to get Lashek back to tier 3. I guess I should actually repair the main building. The port I don't care about. Oh, I guess this is what's... Yeah, it's... Right, I probably should just put the gold into repairing this too. Since I think if it's damaged, it doesn't give me those extra archer recruitment slots. That makes more sense than building a new barracks. The port I don't care about though, it's just growth. Yeah, it's just a tiny amount of growth. Okay, Wizard Kalis Palace. Saving money. Yeah, just sit on the rest of this gold, I think. Did I get any experience on these guys? No, I've already done it. Yeah, no more level ups there. You don't need to level up.
I doubt his attention.
Yeah, 2 Necrotechs on level 9. Yeah, I'm not going to repair the port. Yeah, don't need to level you up either. Okay, anything else to do? No, no new factions. Just check the diplomacy. I'm curious as to what's happening in Lustria. So even though I've never been over here because I'm in contact diplomatically with these factions, I still get information, which is funny. So Itza have 7 settlements, strength rank 10. They're pretty strong. I guess that explains kind of why they can afford to send a stack at me, but I'm still a little... I still don't think this is a great use of their troops, right? Why not just attack and secure the rest of Lustria? Anyway. Clan Mange must be up here, I guess, and the Awakened are where... Oh, they've only got this one settlement. Okay, they're probably going to get wiped out then. They're still at war with... Okay, Hunt Marshal's expedition's still around. They presumably have all this territory. I find it hard to believe that Clan Mange has that much territory. Huh.
Burn the coastline.
Well, at least it's still the case that Lustria is kind of disputed territory at least. It's not like one faction's got super strong and is going to be just focusing on us or something. Right, this needs Elixir of Might, and that needs wine. Right, okay. Just have a quick check of this. So iron's the only resource I need to get this extra Regiment of Renown, which I may as well do. Ah! Okay, but I need to be tier 2 to start building that. Okay, but sure, I guess that's a small perk of... like, that extra Regiment of Renown is not great, but not nothing. 6 more turns for these guys. Okay. So we'll see if our ambush against the elves pays off here, or they change their mind and go somewhere else. That's strange. Oh. Well, ambush failed, but they're on force march, and we get both our armies coming in here. So this is exactly what I was trying to arrange. Yeah, the actual ambush failing is not a big deal at all. So, gotta be careful though. They've got a Doom Wheel in here as well as the Doom Flayers. They've got artillery. They've got artillery plus rattling guns. Okay, do we have anything that can deal with that? Yikes, not really. Guess the flock of Jaff, I can send out the artillery. Maybe Arkhan on his chariot, depending on
Harvest their souls for my
how the battle looks, but I doubt I'll be able to find space to get him past the main Skaven infantry. So yeah, I think, unfortunately, as good as this situation is, I think, unfortunately, I'm going to end up just taking a lot of damage from the artillery this time around. Try to avoid getting Tomb Guard wiped out, and that's about as well as I can do. Oh, I should have checked who that general was. That was careless. I guess I can still do that. Okay, start deployment. Yeah, so they do have a wizard, and he knows... He has Pestilent Breath rather than Warp Lightning. Well, that's good at least. So Warp Lightning cannons here, Plague Claws there, and Warp Lightning here. Okay. Then Doom Wheel, Doom Flayers, and lots of Storm Vermin. So I think I will send Arkhan to try and basically get around and take out the Warp Lightning cannons. Just wary of how much damage they can do to him. Okay, yeah. Here's what I'll do. I'll have him start off over this way, and I'll deploy the rest of my army pretty far back, and we'll just see how things develop. And if he just comes back to join the rest of the army, and we take a lot of fire from their artillery, then so be it, right? So reinforcement-wise, I've got more archers coming in, and I've also got Tomb Scorpions. I really should check the compositions of my own armies before starting the battle. I think it's alright though. Yeah, we will have Menace below. So let's have the Necrosphinx start at the back to just take care of that. And yeah, front line. Something like this. Reinforcements are coming from over the side, so I'll have them advance on the left flank. Are we going to start in range? Not quite, okay. So I think they might hold back. Oh, unless they're in range of us. No, they're not quite, okay. Yeah, they might hold back and wait until the Menace Belows have spawned before they actually come at us, which would work out fine for me. Start to get reinforcements into position. The good thing here is their army is on force march, which means, you know, obviously big penalties for them. Alright, let's go on Arkhan. have a couple skeleton units reinforce the other flank. Alright. Yep, in comes the Wall Lightning. Not much I can do about that. I don't need to get Arkhan himself into combat, I just need to get close enough to spawn the skeletons. Now where's their... Oh, they've actually... Okay, they spawn their clan rats right on top of my infantry, that's no problem. Really want to avoid... I want to be able to just micromanage Arkhan so he doesn't get bogged down in combat rates. Yeah, there we go, perfect. So you fight the Warp Lightning Cannon, and you drop down... Oh, I don't have enough magic for that, nuts, okay. Okay, this looks fine. Yeah, you go for them. Arkhan gets to beeline for this unit, we get to drop down AoE magic on top of them. Summon Skeletons was so good for Arkhan. I really, yeah. I know I was a bit slow to pick up the Tomb Blade, but it's done very well for me. Now I actually do have it. Let's just slow down some of these units so they can be shot. Okay, Arkhan's broken the Rattling Guns. Oh, I didn't even realise the Rattling Guns were there. Well, that works. Yeah, this unit's getting wiped out, but it bogged down. It held up 2 Stormbowman units. Yeah, this is worked out really, really well. And over here we've got, okay, Doomwheel. Doomwheel and Doomflayers. Yeah, this flank needs a bit of help. Get the Necro Sphinx in there. How's Arkhan doing? Yeah, he's doing alright. Probably... No, it's fine. Kill these guys. This is a bit of a dodgy banishment. I'm obviously going to catch my own unit a little, but these are Storm Vermin, and they are so much more viable than my skeletons that I'm okay with that. Yeah. Did not want this Doomwheel getting in combat with my archers, but couldn't do too much to prevent it. Alright, you guys come over here. How's Arkhan doing? He's doing alright. Wow, Flock of Jaff actually won a melee combat. It's first for everything, I guess. I troll this unit. They're not as bad as I say. They are fighting weapons teams who are on force march, right? So Doomflayers are broken. That's great. Okay, it looks like we've more or less seen them off here. Spam some magic with Arkhan. Enemy Lord's dead. Okay. Yeah, and they hit us fairly hard in this flank, but we've taken them out. No need to pursue, they're on force march. Just let the archers fire away. Okay, try and avoid this unit getting wiped out completely. Alright, they're trying to reman the warp fire, or the warp lightning cannon, so we'll stop them. Feed these storm vermin some skeletons, because I can.
Necromantic! Very well.
Oh, those Doomflayers rallied and are making mincemeat out of the skeleton unit. Dope. But it looks like we just won the battle. Okay, great. And I do have this Nekahara caster who I totally forgot about. So I should use his cheap magic to get some healing in. We might have to fight another army of Skaven this turn, because that was just one of the 2 stacks they had in that settlement. That's fine though. Yeah, quite a lot of damage on a few units, but overall totally acceptable. Arkhan definitely did a great job this time around. I was seeing the numbers increase a bit, so healing is having some effect. It's great. Flock of Jaff, yeah, they did well. 56 kills, no damage. I forgot to use their bomb dropping ability. That's one thing that these armies in the south do lack, right? Is like a fast unit that can get over and attack artillery. So Flock of Jaff does provide some use for that. Alright, don't wipe them out. We want more healing time. I'll come back to full strength, that's good. Yeah, having mobile lords who can summon units to protect themselves and also use offensive magic is really, really powerful. It's something that the regular Tomb Kings, like, there isn't a sorcerer, a spellcaster lord that I can recruit, right? Like, the Tomb Kings are just pure melee. So Arkhan's unique in that regard, at least for my faction. Yeah, nothing wiped out. We'll heal this damage in a turn or two. Sure. Should grab the extra money. Yeah, so are they going to bring another army over to try and attack us now they've revealed our forces? I think they don't have enough... Yeah, I think that's what happened. They don't have enough movement to actually move normally and launch an attack, because I positioned too far back. So, but the army on force march got caught, so that worked perfectly, I'd say. Yeah, please don't wound my heroes, thank you. They're pretty cautious now, the Eyes of the Jungle. Alright. Oh wow, this is cool. Traversing the jungles on the edge of the world, with a view to bringing them within our sphere of influence, we've encountered a village of tribal lizardmen. Should we sacrifice them? Ooh, wow, that's tempting. Campaign movement plus 20%, all armies for 10 turns, or lizard sacrifice. Lord Recruit rank plus 5. I just don't know I make great use of that right now. The experience gain's nice, but I think I just want the movement range. Movement range is so good when you're fighting, like, just to make sure we're the attacker, we're dictating where the battles are fought. Yeah, I'll go for that.
Oh, mighty lord, the fates have surely selected you for greatness. Thanks to my guidance.
Thanks to my guidance. Yeah, you really helped out here, buddy.
As if driven by some divine
Wherever the hell you are.
your enemies tremble before you.
Okay, so chapter completion. I didn't check the mini objectives for the chapter, but we got 4 out of 5 of them anyway, so that's great. Picked up a Helm of Discord. Alright, not a bad item. Good for someone who's going to be on the front line where the AoE effect just hits as many enemies as possible. Pestilence Scheme. It's Clan Scryer. Okay, I thought that was Clan Moore sending another plague at us. Yeah, so next objective for 16 settlements. Good. So, where to start now? Let's take another look at these lizardmen. Okay, don't have any more intel on their army. I'm assuming they're going to attack us next turn. Ah, but we can get to Sorcerer's Island. Yes. And we can actually... we don't even have to force march there. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, that army would have to force march. That's fine. That's fine. So we actually managed to hold Sorcerer's Island, unless, well, I guess, assuming that we can hold off this army with 2 of ours plus the garrison. I was not expecting that. I thought that I'd lose it for sure. Okay, so Barracks is prepared. Virus is building up.
Prince of the Hekara.
Let's start by moving my scouting heroes. Just try and check for any
Where are my slaves?
enemy armies I don't have line of sight on before planning out my moves.
The council is disappointed.
Okay, so it looks like
No, you failed.
they have their army in the settlement. Yep.
I will cull these vermin.
So we have the option of making the attack here, and they won't be able to retreat. We can get both armies in without having to go on force march. I mean, that's I guess this extra movement range probably is helping with that. Okay, so that's looking good.
No.
The thing is, yeah, this army's already at full strength, right? Like, it's not getting any stronger. I perhaps should just do this over 2 turns rather than commit, because I don't know what else is back here, right? It's totally possible there's another stack, or even more than one army behind that could launch a counterattack.
The greatest artist.
Yeah, so here's, okay,
No.
here's an army that I need to know about. Queek is commanding this army. So he's
No.
doesn't look like he's quite going to be in range to launch an attack on the Black Tower. Obviously, he'd have to come out of force march.
Rat creatures. Arkhan the Black.
Yeah, I don't really want to send a Lich Priest out of the army to scout. Okay, this Tomb King. 1 more level before the War Sphinx. Just continue working up the red line.
Machination.
Another rank for Arkhan. So, more power reserve or second point for the Purple Sun. Ah, let's go for the second point in Purple Sun. So, more replenishment. Yeah. I think that's going to be best bit.
My master will return.
Yeah, so looking at this, I mean, I'm not going to attack Waaagh. I risk the Black Tower. In that case, I think I'll
Priest king of greatest dynasty.
I think I'll move my armies back to about here and go into ambush stance with both of them
Absolute power.
and just see what Queek does.
Says no.
I ignore the critics. See, father, I command.
Okay, so the Orcs have got some military presence in Gorgazan, so they must have another army building up there. 9 military presence in Khemri. Okay. So yeah, it looks like the Orcs finally have started rebuilding troops. Presumably they're not super strong just yet. No. Oh, they've lost territory as well. That's interesting. So who took that off them? Because they had force... Oh, wait, I'm silly. I took it off them. They had 4 settlements and then now they're down to 3 and I was like, huh, who attacked them? And it's like, oh wait. It was me.
My dynasty reigns supreme. The land of the dead.
Yeah, keep this hero just here for keeping an eye on these elves. I'd love to be able to fight them a bit more split up than this. So, what's the plan?
Find my harem.
Send this guy down
Roth walk.
again to try and just kind of. I think I just want someone patrolling this border. Honestly, if we venture too far into this territory, then they'll just start trying to. You know, they have heroes hanging out here that will try and assassinate us.
Not my fault.
So,
My will be done.
yeah. Can't do too much if there has been a Skaven army to sneak through here. I think we have to hope there isn't.
Summon them.
This unit's... Okay, these armies are full strength, right? Yes. So...
Certainly not. Unwise.
It's tempting to go after Khemri, but I really think I should try and focus on these elves.
Tomb King of Nehekara.
Let's move up to here. Go into ambush stance.
Soldiers! Strike on my command. Legions arise. Where is this?
Okay, what do I want on this Tomb Prince? Feel like... Yeah, I'll prioritize the defense still. So getting him some extra armor I think would be the next choice.
Servants
So ideally what happens here is that
of the dead. The king moves.
some of the elf armies move out and I can kind of take them on piecemeal.
On my command.
If they actually discover us, that's not too bad. I still have the option of retreating if necessary. It's only that it's really only the Skaven where being attacked by them on their turn out in the field is so bad because they can ambush you. Like the elves don't have that ability, right?
The greatest artist. More slaves. I need more.
So
Rid the world of Skaven.
stay in my own territory just because I still have a bit more replenishment to pick up.
The foolish.
And yeah, I'll stick with this tried and tested double ambush strategy.
They are trapped. No, I blame you. Crack the lash.
Yeah, that looks fine.
Who commissioned
Okay, now... Yeah, so my plan here
me as your highness?
is that this army... Let's move this army first. So this is the army that has to force march in order to get over to Sorcerer's Islands. So let's just go ahead and march them right in. It's also the completely expendable army. Okay, so now we get more info on the Lizardmen, and this is good news because these units are very vulnerable to archer fire. This does not look like a strong army at all, actually. They're just all low tier units. Like this stage in the game, turn 92, Lizardmen can have super scary stacks. The big, all the big dinos like Stegodons, Bastillodons, Carnosaurs.
My harem.
So I am
King of great.
totally okay with how this is looking.
Onward, soldiers.
So we'll move like this, and Golrock either attacks us, in which case I'm confident I can win, or backs off, in which case we have the option of sending our ships out to sea to actually chase him down. But yeah, I can definitely deal with this with both my armies here. And 3 more turns before I can get Lashiek up to tier 3. I think unfortunately in Sorcerer's Islands I am going to... We'll wait for this to play out, but I think long term, yeah, I'm replacing the open graves here with walls. Okay, don't have that for 3 more turns. Actually closing in on a 7th army slot too, which is great. I'm not sure how I'll deploy that yet, but can figure it out. Got a big pile of money. Do a quick check of my heroes again.
Living curse.
I think I moved everybody. Yeah. Yeah, it's annoying getting all these, I guess I can turn off some of these notifications for the level ups, but whatever. So in terms of buildings, I can either invest in developing more minor settlements, or I can invest in another tier 5 recruitment building. So 1 more turn until I get restored War Sphinx statue. Okay, with that in mind, let's go ahead and take a turn off to add this king to our Lord Pool, because that way I'll time it so that I can immediately recruit 2 War Sphinxes, because he boosts the capacity. Yeah, that looks good.
I shall make him proud.
Okay, everything's looking fine down here. Another tier 4 building slot opened up. Don't really need this. I don't really want to invest in the Ushabti. I know I don't have any Ushabti recruitment, but I'm kind of interested in trying more of these great bows, but yeah, I'd rather invest in, like, given the choice, I'd rather invest in the tier 5 recruitment. And just, I'm kind of thinking... So is Bel Aliad safe? I'm thinking I'd actually rather put gold into stuff like this. Maybe not Pools of Despair, it's on the frontier. Yeah, so if I do Eyes of the Panther, Bel Aliad, and... okay, El Calibad's already upgrading. This is already at tier 3, okay. Put a military building in here. Let's hold off on that. I think military-wise, I'll save up for the top tier buildings in Al Haik and Wizard Kalos Palace. Planar Tuskers I don't want to improve just yet. I think I could build walls on like my eastern front too, but that I think is a little less worthwhile because I'd rather just not invest money until they're secure, and I'm going to be trying to advance the front, or at least I want that option right, and then it's just kind of a waste of money to have built walls in minor settlements that are no longer under threat, so this one I can leave. Okay, unless there's something I missed, I think that's all the building I actually want to do this turn. I suppose I can do the growth building here, and then when this lot opens up, I'll go for the iron resource production. Sure. Okay, 3 more turns for the another casket.
Doom dreams of the Hekara.
Yep, that all looks good.
Submit to your king.
So what's my recruitment?
Priest king of greatest dynasty.
Yeah, so it's 30 out of 30 for archers right now.
Mortal fool.
So it'd be good to build another barracks if I'm going to demolish the open graves in Sorcerer's Islands. I guess I can go here in Wadi Al Tabuk. That kind of makes sense for each minor settlement, or wherever possible, to have these two buildings in the minor settlements, like if there's not anything else worth building. So, sure. Don't need to demolish that just yet. I expect that this may well just back off here, but we'll see what happens. In any case, starting a demolition, there's no risk, right? Like, if I was starting a new building in some hard lost settlement, that would suck, but doing this is fine. Okay. And take a quick look at the factions. Oh, we're above Clan Moors in terms of power ranking, that's good. At war with everyone as required, yep. Okay, opened up a bunch more stuff here though. Let's maybe take a quick look at it. Enchanted Lapis Mace enables magic attacks. Yeah, it's nothing too great. The stuff down at the bottom is really, really good. Like Bounce Spell Banishment, that's awesome. We're a couple of ingredients away from it, but I'm not going to craft the stuff in the middle, I think. I'd rather just save up my jars. Mortuary Robes. Yeah, again, not super powerful. So how are we looking in terms of these potions? Alright, approach the Great Desert. Speed, magic resistance, vanguard deployment. Yeah, potentially interesting on like a lord or a hero on a chariot, right? Vanguard deployment and extra speed. This one, I think I already have one of these. Cause terror, ward save. Yeah, I don't want to spend the jars again though. It's kind of interesting that I have these options. That's neat. Alright, this will be good to get. This I actually like, is being able to have a hero or lord restore 1500 HP each battle. That's great. So pottery. Oh, Lashiek has the pottery building. Oh, right. Huh. Okay, so I guess I go walls, pottery building then. Alright. We don't have pottery anywhere else, do we? Can see... Wait a second. I'm sure there's some way to do this. I guess I can just sort of see from here, right? There's the symbols that show where the different resources are. Okay, I did, yes, that's right. There was another place with pottery, but it's Xandri, and I don't have that just yet. Okay. Arcane items. Oh, none of those are available. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything with the mortuary cult just yet. We're bringing in 90... Yeah, bringing in 90 Canopic Jars a turn. It's not bad. We do have more to spend it on, though, as always. Yeah, so 30,000 to 2,400 for the next army capacity increase. Not a priority, though. I think I'm at the point where I've got more than enough armies for the quality of troops I can actually recruit into them. Hello? What is this attack? Just throwing away your army for no reason, I guess? I mean, it's just a pile of skinks. Okay, I accept these terms. Really surprised they launched that attack. I guess... Well, no, like, couldn't they have just sailed away? Well, whatever. We take these. So Gorok himself is actually probably a very scary fighter. Oh, reinforcements coming from behind them. Interesting. It's probably not ideal for us, but It'll work out. I don't think they have any magic. They've got a few units, a few missile units, and lots of melee. And our reinforcements are the garrison plus, yeah, plus just full stacks of melee skeletons. So let's not deploy too far back, because it's possible they'll turn around and attack our reinforcements, in which case we want to get over to help. I think with that in mind... No, I can't see where they are, that's the only thing. Yeah, I won't take advantage of the Vanguard deployment. Yeah, priority here, like in the battle against the zombie pirates, just not to lose anything valuable. I think deploying like this is totally fine.
They vex me. Lich Priest.
Okay, looks like they're coming towards us, that's fine, we'll hold position in that case. And reinforcements coming on this way. Yep, just get over here. Gonna focus on their... Probably should focus on their Saurus warriors actually. Red-crested skinks are just so much weaker to archer fire. Can't see the Saurus warriors. Oh, it doesn't matter then. Oh, it looks like they have got troops here, splitting off to deal with us. Saurus spears, yeah. Well, their units are stronger than ours 1-on-1, but they're like 6-on-1, right? So, we've also got garrison units that are free. Okay, battle's been joined over here. Whoops, did not pay enough attention to that. Yeah, there's some magic support over this way, I think. Lords into attack in the center, I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to take some damage on these sepulchral stalkers, but that's okay. Put down the skull storm. Assuming the fighting over there is going well, I'm not going to go micromanage it. Right, so we need to boost leadership on you, boost archery skill on you. Got 35 kills on that AoE magic. Not terrible. Super Scorpions take you a bit of damage, but give them a shield here. Yeah, we're dealing with the center just fine. Yeah, this flank's looking totally okay. Jim King can come support this side also. Victory's in our grasp. Yeah. I really don't think this one was ever in doubt. Try and pull back my troops that I'm in some danger of losing, I guess. Alright, try and get these archers out. Okay, what's happening over here? Well, it doesn't look like we're doing fantastically well, but our units are all still alive. Yeah, seem to be kind of getting the better of them slowly. So the Shabti in. Okay, how's this going? Just the chameleon skinks left. looks like we got him. Make an attempt to run down some of these troops, just because the more we kill, the fewer we have to fight again, although obviously quite a few getting away. I believe this went fine, don't think any units got wiped out. Yeah, we're not going to be able to catch skinks with skeletons, it's okay though. Yeah, hundreds of kills on the archers, exactly like I expected. Took a bit, yeah, it was a bit touch and go for a couple of units, but we managed just fine. It's really funny to have them send such a low tier army, or even, it's kind of amazing that this faction even has such a low tier army at this stage in the game. Oh well. I don't think your troops can disintegrate once the battle's won, even if the leadership drops. At least, yeah, I've never seen that happen. Yep. Oh, I didn't notice that before. There's info on more than just the kills. Or at least there was for a second. Okay, what does this say? Damage dealt, damage value. Huh. Yep. All went well. Go up retreats, free experience first next turn. What are Clan Moors up to? Failing to wound, good. Now where you're moving? This way. In camp stats. Oh, force march. I like the look of this. Oh, we're not quite going to get him. Oh, yes we are. Yes, ambush. Alright. So, not only do we catch them in force march, we actually have an ambush battle, which is pretty like a rare thing to actually be ambushing the Skaven. So we launched the ambush with our secondary army here. That's still okay. I mean, I could just auto-resolve this, honestly. Yeah. I'm not in any danger of my caskets taking damage. Well, let's just look at this army for a moment. They've got a lot of gold tier storm vermin, warp grinders, clan rats, rattling guns, 2 doom flayers. Yeah, there's a lot of elite infantry, but not too much anything else. I think we're going to take, yeah, we're going to take a lot of damage on our melee troops if I auto-resolve this. I believe I'm fine with that though.
To war for Nehekara!
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Well, I guess it's actually not such a great item. Okay, another Skaven army wiped out. Yeah, I don't know. I imagine people probably have mixed feelings about the auto-resolve. Like, I kind of do it in situations like this where I've been fighting the Skaven army for a while and one more battle fought manually is not really, like, anything super new or exciting. And it does save time, obviously.
for the Lich King. Submit
Alright, so
your
this is
soul
the upper
to
Skaven
me.
faction. They want to pay me for a peace treaty. Sadly, I cannot accept.
You dare petition up.
They want peace too. No. Oh ho! Oh, that is an interesting development that I did not expect. Flippin' Grimgor's declared a war against us, despite being nowhere near us. Great, just as I thought things were starting to go well. Okay, moving out in force march, but to the west. Okay. Force marching south. Oh, ambush stance. So let's see. Oh, we've got Brayheads as well. Okay, everything happening. So this guy, King Wakaf picked up this, defeated Gorok, expert. Oh, this is sweet. I didn't realize Gorok's defeat rate was so good. Leadership bonus for the whole army. That's really nice. Okay, wound failure, good. And this is okay. So it lowers magic resistance on enemies nearby, reduces enemy wounds from magic. Okay. And campaign movement range. Really glad to have that. And I think that's level 14. I think that's a War Sphinx on that general too.
Submit to your king.
Let's just go through what else happened there. So Grimgor declared a war against us, which means we get the green war power on our capital. So this is aggressive, let's say. So Grimgor basically thinks he can take our capital within however many turns the war lasts, which is 20? 25? So I think that means we're going to have piles of greenskin armies basically coming at us. Just keep an eye on... Oops. Trying to just check on where Grimgor's territory is. Okay, so it's all the yellow stuff here. So he's got a lot of the kind of Badlands. He's still at war with the dwarves, that's good for us, even though we're also at war with the dwarves. He's at war with the border princes, who must be here, yeah. These are the savage orcs that he gets on fine with, and he's wiped out Clan Eshin and taken all of that. Looks like Dark Elves still have the Dragon Isles, and then here is... which faction, I wonder? Not sure. How does he feel about the Skaven? Oh, he hates the Skaven. Well, the Skaven hate him. Well, that's kind of good, at least. Maybe there's some chance they end up fighting each other. Yeah, generally, if there's a faction... So say there was a faction on the way from Grimgor down to us that they were at war with, generally, they won't just, literally ignore them and march through their territory to us. But because that's not the case, we will be seeing orc armies surely on the way. Ah, boy. I'm kind of surprised about that. How the AI deduced that we were a good target for the Waaagh. But so be it. Bring it on. Okay, and Attain is now at peace with Trace. Okay. That's a little scary, because Attain... Oh good, they are at war with someone else. They are at war with Naggarant. Great. I was getting worried because Tyrion is beating the... beating up the other High Elf factions, and I was a little concerned that he was running out of enemies, but he's got Naggarant as an enemy. And they are... Well, we can't see who's 1 or 2. I'm guessing the Empire is 1 or 2, one of the top 2 strength ranks, and I'm guessing Naggarant or maybe Cult of Pleasure could be the other. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising for the Dark Elves to be super strong. Yeah, look at this. Okay. Oh, interesting. Who has all of Norska? So Tyrion's in contact with this. It almost looks like it's a single faction. It's hard to say. I wonder if the Dark Elves have just made a huge expansion push east. It happens sometimes. Anyway, the main point is that Tyrion's occupied. The last thing we need is everyone kind of dogpiling on us, which I feel like is going to happen at some level anyway. Okay, what else happened? Grey herds. They did not appear in our territory. That's good. Did I come into contact with them? No. Perfect. Hopefully they fight the Savage Orcs. There's nothing like having grey herds spawn, like, in your territory where you can't do anything about them. Unfortunately not the case.
King of all I survey.
Yeah, won both those battles. Gain those traits. Lots of ranks. Okay. So, pretty straightforward move to just wipe out Gorok. Then I think after that I will be moving these armies a bit further up the coast. I want to be able to get down to defend Sources Island as I did here, but I think the base of operations should probably be close to the Kofur, or maybe like one Kofur, one in Lashiek, something like that. So yeah, let's just start with that.
Address me as your highness.
And this is the kind of fill-in king. Yup. I did pick up the Tep of the Third Dynasty here. So is he good to have as a general, or is he good to just have as a recruited lord? He's not bad. Plus 10 armor's cool. Construction time, armor for War Sphinxes and Necro Sphinx, yeah. Not bad general. There's a discipline general too. Leadership and melee attack. Yeah, that's another trait that I feel like I haven't really seen all game, but is one of the best ones. So, how do I want to do this? Strategist is kind of mediocre. I think I just, I think I switch this king out. 2 more turns for that, okay. Alright, here's what I'll do. I will do
Trusted in life.
1 switch for another Jar King. Then I'll switch in wait a second. Can I actually recruit the Sphinxes right now? I can.
Find my harem by the gods. On your knees. Your advice.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm doing this quite optimally, but it's at the stage of the game where the game gets complicated and you kind of just get bogged down in all these details if you're trying to be super careful, so I won't be. This is another Jar guy, and then I will kick him out for the Third Dynasty King, Thutep. I'll leave this Discipline guy in here. I'd like to recruit him. I could recruit him as a general of my 7th army, which will be in a few turns. And I should hopefully get the Lord Recruit rank bonus from the Great Incantation of Tahoth as well.
Find my harem.
So this king... yeah, I'll put the point straight into Soul Reaper. And I think what I'm planning to do is actually have this guy start to use global recruitment. He can stay in Sorcerer's Islands for a few turns and actually recruit those 2 Kemian War Sphinxes, since I don't have anyone else to pick them up. Alright, but I still want the attack to be led by King Waaagh, I think.
Perhaps an agent of Cetra.
More points into Arrows of Asaph, looks good. 1 more point for the War Sphinx, right? Yeah, 1 more point. Okay. This guy's Eternal. It's getting close to Arcane Conduit.
The reptiles are nothing.
I wonder if I can get 2 battles out of this. It's worth a try. I suspect
Arise, my
that
legions.
even if I leave some of their troops alive,
Mekara will be mine.
they may not be able to retreat, but since I don't need to have these armies do anything else right away, I'll just see if I can get 2 battles out of them for the XP bonus. Yeah, it's not much to say about this battle.
Lich Priest.
Sit back for the reinforcements to arrive. They really have very little left.
Tomb King.
Oops. Press the right mouse button by mistake. Oh, I get the garrison coming in too. Okay. Sure, I guess. Okay, Lisman, you gonna hide, or what's the plan? Doesn't look like they're thrilled at the idea of having to come towards us, which is fair enough. There we go.
Lich Priest. Assa's magic.
Yeah, I didn't quite position that AoE magic right, but it's alright. But this is a cavalry unit from the garrison, so don't care at all if it takes casualties. Yeah, there's not much left already. Oh, I guess there's Gorok left. Alright, focus fire on Gorok. Yeah, he's a pretty tanky boy though, so most likely he'll run away before we actually kill him. He is getting absolutely peppered by those archers though. It's kind of funny. Well, just a huge amount of damage to our own troops with my archers for no reason, but it's not too much. Come on, buddy, give it up. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to deliberately let them get away and see if I can get a second battle. It occurred to me, I think I attacked with the wrong lord here, right? Like, I think I should have made the attack with the lord who didn't have the Gorok defeat trait yet. I just attacked with my stronger army without thinking about it.
The day of awakening comes.
Yeah, it's only Gorak that survived. I think I still do take that gold.
Address me as your highness.
No, he's dead. Alright, well,
Legions move.
yeah, so
My will be
I should have actually got this guy the defeat trait on Gorak, because you can't get it more than once.
of the dead.
It's okay though. I have the option of actually, now I'm down here, I may want to just pick up this
Yes.
battle site. At the worst, yeah, at worst it's some free gold. Wonder what are the chances that there's any other troops out of vision here coming after me.
Priest king of greatest dynasty.
So let's just take a look at this. Okay, so 6 turns to recruit War Sphinx plus the Bone Giant. So if I... Yeah, it doesn't make...
Alone shall restore Mehekara.
It doesn't make too much sense to do that, right? Because I can just force march to Kofur in 2 turns, and then they'll only take 3 to recruit. Force sail, I guess.
My glory.
Trying to remember how strong the fights you have to take on for some of the sea encounters can be. I guess I think I'll just leave it. I could do with a bit more healing on this army. They're not super strong, but you can end up fighting against like a bunch of the
Realm of souls.
Vampire Coast stuff with
filled
zombie
my
like mortars, carronades, and so on, and they're usually reasonably experienced. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, the rewards are not bad, but I also don't want to weaken this army for no reason, especially when I can't actually replace units like the Scorpions currently.
victory in undeath.
So how... Okay. So if I force march... Yeah, I can just force march. It's a bit riskier going by sea in case there's some... there may be one of those, like, you know, random pirate armies just out of sight here that's patrolling up that would attack an army at sea, but, you know, normally doesn't otherwise bother us. So with that in mind,
Legions march.
I'll just force march.
Unliving curse.
And I'll do the same... Okay. No, I'll do something kind of different
Is my
here.
throne ready?
Let's just spend 1 turn in replenishment. I'll send a Lich Priest. Yeah, Lich Priests, heroes at sea are not vulnerable to being wounded or assassinated. So I'll send the Lich Priest out here just to scout. And I'll plan to explore this shipwreck when my army's at full strength next turn.
Mortality and power.
I think that's... I think that way I get the benefit of the, you know, the loot without much risk.
Not possible.
Attend your king.
So I can't reach this army. They may... yeah, I can't stop them from getting to fire us, unfortunately. They might lay siege to Al-Haik, given there's no defences there.
Certainly not.
Clearly need to wipe out this army. But it looks like this is a golden opportunity to strike at Xandri.
Land of the dead.
So how much movement?
Obey me. Attend your king, slaves.
Oh wow. Lord's got such an absurd amount of movement range.
Attend your king, slaves.
So if I move here, I still have 94% movement range left.
Legions, move.
Yeah, so I can still get to Xandri.
Submit.
Okay, so here's what we do.
King of great
Launch the attack with this army. Probably could auto-resolve this, although maybe to save damage, I shouldn't. Wipe this army out, then this king will still have enough movement
Legions rise.
to take Xandri, and then this army's... I mean, this army can cause us problems, but they'll be without their Like, taking out 2 of their armies and their settlement will kind of cripple them, hopefully. Yep, Skull Storm Point. Oh, wait a second. No, let's just go for that first. Yeah, 2 turns on that, okay.
Address me as your highness. Where is this?
Yeah, my 2 armies here in the north are actually not weak, huh? This army's a bit inexperienced, so getting this battle would be great.
Fire on them.
Yeah. So is this an auto resolve? I think it's fine. I'm only going to be able to get up north with this army, and it's unlikely to take much damage.
To battle for the Creator God.
Well, took more damage than I would have liked. Lost that skeleton horse archer unit. Did gain experience on my troops though. I don't know. I should make sure I don't get too lazy with the auto resolves, especially against the archers. Yeah, that was probably a mistake. There's no way I would have had this unit completely wiped out. It's not a big deal though.
The king moves.
Right. So now we take out.
Victory, yes.
I will end up with these armies a bit split up, but I think that's fine.
Find my harem.
I can get back to friendly territory over here and re-recruit that unit if I want. Should probably just move my heroes first.
I am my father's
We're not going to
son.
see Grimgord just yet, I wouldn't think.
Advance.
I'm kind of still more concerned about Savage Orcs.
Onwards, legions.
Military presence 10. Yes, they're building up in Khemri.
Protect my vision.
Down this way, Queek's army got wiped out. I don't need to send him further down south.
The greatest artist.
Looks like my only possible blind spot is kind of up towards Khemri right now.
Traversing.
Okay, getting vision of the Orc armies is kind of useful.
Prince. More slaves. I need more. Priest king of great.
Yeah, so I'm in the same position as before where I can attack Waaagh, however, I think
Ever onward. Move.
I will hold off once again.
Where are my slaves? Move, my creations.
Just try and spot the next Skaven army as it comes in.
The plan scheme is discord.
Are we at full strength now? Not quite.
Dynasty.
Do you get to grab the War Sphinx, so that's great. This Lich Priest has got almost everything that's useful. More points into these for the quicker recast or causing terror and magic resistance. I mean, I don't think the order matters too much.
Servant of Nagash. Tomb King.
Okay, let's just
Now we go.
do this.
Ambush the foolish.
This way I have the option of making the attack against Waaagh next turn. Actually, I can afford to do this.
Arkhan comes.
No, this was a bit aggressive actually.
Failed.
My will be done.
Yeah, there was no need to move out quite as far as that.
Stride.
I have better movement speed. You know, I can move further than the Skaven. So there's no need to move into their territory like that. Okay, it's fine. I won't be able to put Arkhan in ambush stance. That's not a problem though.
On my command.
So this army can definitely reach Waaagh next turn, and they can't attack us.
No, need my
Yeah.
token stash.
The ultimate shrine.
Yeah, I didn't quite, you know, position optimally, but it's no problem.
I alone shall restore Nehekara.
Yeah, so I can safely move down to here.
Make way.
Unwise.
Yeah, no way that army can get to us.
Will be done.
Get to replenish, and I get to replace that unit I lost, which probably... I'm fine with getting another unit of horse archers, I think. How much am I actually valuing their missile capabilities? Not much, right? Yeah, maybe a unit of melee horsemen is better. I think being slightly stronger at... being slightly better at fighting for things like charging archer units or artillery is probably what this... whatever I'm putting in this unit slot will end up being used for, so... let's go with this.
Keep him.
This is my other prepared king, yeah. It's a little lower level. Working on the red line.
His attentions.
And
My suspicion.
getting evasion.
Mortal fool.
Almost at level 10 for that Necrotect. Yeah, I did take a bit of damage on this army, but I'm thinking it will not be a problem to attack and take Zandri.
Tomb King of Nehekara.
And because this army force marched, you can tell by the movement range, like, they can't actually get back and retake Zandri, right? Because they can't get that distance, they just force marched in a regular march move.
Attack and destroy.
Alright, so... yep. So 5, 6... 7, yeah, 7 missile units, 3 cavalry, not much melee though. Hour of Konos now, sure. I think we should be able to handle this pretty well.
To battle for the creed.
How's the train? Sure, it's alright. Okay, so I'm a bit concerned about the cold one nights. Yeah, they do have the potential to do quite a bit of damage to us. I guess I have my Tomb Prince and Bone Giant. I think I'll have one each on the flanks, and they can try to soak the charge. Let's try and get my catapults up to... oh, they can't quite shoot to start with. Oh, that'll be fine though. Any reason to move back? I don't think so. No, I mean... it's not going to buy us any more shooting time. Okay, did take a bit of damage from that auto-resolve on this army, so dropping down... having the Necrotect drop down healing on the Scorpions right away is probably a good idea. So how about having constructs on one flank and cavalry on the other? I think that's reasonable. And Tomb Prince can watch this flank, give his leadership boost to the cavalry, And Neck Protect can cover this flank with the Scorpions. Yeah, looks good. And this Lich Priest, like a Hara magic, okay. Alright, looks like they're coming towards us, so start shooting at the Cold One Knights. Yeah. Guess I'll drop down the heal. Just get that bit of damage repaired.
War statuary.
Anticipating the Waywatchers starting to fire from cover soon. Yeah, let it go. So that means we need to advance. Scorpion's going to take a bit of a beating, it's alright. Roger that infantry unit, get the king to just charge into the archers, disrupt them as much as he possibly can. Victory's in our grasp, excellent. Get some healing down. The Bone Giants is way too slow to catch those Waywatchers, but... No, not you. Yep, go, go, go. Kill him. Get him. Scorpion's doing fine. Yeah, one of those skellies took a bit of a beating and lost some leadership, but I think they're going to be okay. Looks like we've cleaned up here. Yep, looks like the general's routing. Probably the rest of their army as well. Yeah. Great. Alright. Great win. No need to pursue, so let's get some heals. That was probably about the best I've done against the elves, honestly. I think it helped that their army had relatively little experience, particularly the garrison. Maybe another heal? Yep, nice. Okay. So that's Zandri captured. That is, as far as I know, that leaves Eyes of the Jungle with just that one stack that force march towards Al-Haik. That army is not going to have time to actually lay siege and then take the city. So they either have to go further west to attack Pyrus, which could be annoying, or they have to come back east, in which case this army should be able to... Or this army plus my other army to the south should be able to deal with them. Oh, this is weird. I thought I attacked the city. I guess I must have wrecked the army that was just outside. We should replenish fully over the end turn.
Submit to your king.
Oh, I did do that wrong. Huh. Okay, it's fine, I guess.
Victory, yes!
Let's just check there's some garrison troops left in here. Yeah, there are. I want to make sure that this army gets wiped out when I launch this attack. Oh, they have walls in Zandri. And they didn't get the garrison involved? Huh. Alright, No, I don't want a lightning strike, because I want to wipe these troops out too. I did not realize they ended up with walls. Huh. Okay, I don't know what this balance of power is about. There's just not much of this at all, but...
To war for Nehekara!
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. I guess when I saw there was only 4 units in the garrison, I didn't even consider that they could have walls. Although, with this being a bit of a weird rogue faction, I guess you've always got to expect the unexpected. Alright, I'll just continue siege for now. Let's get these level ups before I fight that battle. So finally got this guy to rank 10. So that's really good. That lets me get all 3 of these points. More Scorpion capacity. I missed out on increased mobility, but this army has so much mobility that that's fine. Okay, so what about for this Tomb Prince? Leadership, melee attack, weapon strength. I think I'll just get the embalmed and elixir. Okay, I don't think that siege will actually be too difficult, but I've been recording for about 2 hours, so in case it does take a little while, I think I'll end this part and start the next one with the Siege of Zandri, which should wipe out this army too, since I've already lost a battle. I thought I right-clicked on the settlement, but I must have just right-clicked on the army that was outside. Anyway, it's all good. Yeah, I already moved Arkhan and the King. Okay, I'll pick everything else up and finish this turn off next time. Thanks for watching. I've got a Waaagh from Grimgore on the horizon, so gonna be fun to deal with that. Overall though, very happy with this session. Protected the west coast. Hopefully dealing a crippling blow to the Eyes of the Jungle and can wipe them out completely. And yeah, another couple good wins against the Skaven, so all going well. Okay, goodbye for now then.